And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, O that thou would bless me indeed and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, and that thou would keep me from evil, that it may not grieve me. And God granted him that which he requested. 1 Chronicles 4:10. And Jabez called on the God of Israel. This establishes that Jabez wasn't just idly wishing for a better life. He actively sought God in prayer. Calling on God implies a recognition of God's power and a reliance on Him. It suggests a personal relationship with God, as He is the God of Israel, the covenant God of His people. Jabez's prayer begins with a plea for a true and abundant blessing. The word "indeed" emphasizes the depth of his desire. He wasn't asking for a small or superficial blessing, but a significant and tangible one. This is a request for his territory, or land to be expanded. In ancient times, land was directly tied to livelihood, security, and family inheritance. So a larger territory could mean greater resources, more influence, and a more prosperous future for his descendants. It could also be interpreted metaphorically as a desire for expanded opportunities, influence, or impact in his life. This is a crucial part of Jabez's prayer. He's not just asking for things, but for God's active presence and guidance in his life. Thine hand symbolizes God's power, protection, and favor. He's asking for God to be involved in his endeavors, to lead him and to empower him. This final request is for protection from harm and suffering. Jabez recognizes that even with blessings and expanded opportunities, there are still potential dangers and sources of pain. He asks God to shield him from evil, not just physical evil, but also moral and spiritual evil, so that he wouldn't experience the pain and sorrow that evil brings. The phrase "that it may not grieve me" highlights the emotional impact of evil and the desire to be spared from such pain. And God granted him that which he requested. This simple statement is incredibly powerful. It demonstrates the effectiveness of Jabez's prayer and God's willingness to answer the sincere requests of his people. It shows that God is a God who hears and responds to prayer. It affirms the importance of bringing our desires and concerns to God.